Yeah.
Now, why are you on these specific apps and not on the classics?
Bumble and Hinge I've gotten banned off of in the last 6, 7, or 8 times, depending on which one. But I understand why.
Wait, what? 6,
Hold on.
7, 8 times you got banned from the app?
You've been banned 6 times each time?
Like I've tried making new accounts to circumvent the ban. And other methods like buying new like burner phones and stuff like that. But
burner phones? You're buying burner phones?
Android phones are cheap.
Hold on.
I mean, relative to our tax bracket, I feel like they're cheap.
Hold on.
Take your time. Take your time. This is a long story.
So you're and I'm gonna hear the story because I can't wait.
Yeah.
Are you a serial killer? I just need to ask. Did I just let a serial killer into our house?
My employers would have found out if I was.
All right, Disney, please do your jobs.
Were you having that much success that you kept trying to go back to Bumble 7 times?
Hinge specifically, actually. Hinge was far more successful than Bumble for me.
And so
I met my partner on Hinge.
There you go.
So you'd not be in a relationship. So you match with people on Hinge, but then you wouldn't get in a relationship.
I would get into a relationship with people off of Hinge.
For how long?
Like months on end. Like my longest relationship at this point, this is going to completely modify things too, like 4 months was with that Russian woman. By timeline, and like that was like 9 dates though.
I think we need to ask the real question, which is why did you get banned from these apps?
Thank you.
So they don't tell you explicitly why. It's very much just you just broke terms of service. So that's vague. And that terms of service is long, or community guidelines, one of those two. And so my understanding right now is that the method I had now was but back in the day, same format, was far more sarcastic, far more roasty than it needed to be. That all it would take would be enough, either 1+ individuals to get offended to report me in. And this is understanding. Hinge does not have like a group of like Filipinos doing customer service, not like Meta does. It's just presumably, if I'm using my tech brain here, user gets X number of reports, then we are just going to ban them automatically.
Right.
So my presumption is that my methodology back in the day was far more roasty, far more sarcastic, which hopefully it's more mature adult now, not the greatest place to reveal that or to text that in at that stage in any conversation like that.
I want to know what were some of the things you were saying.
So like it would be like, I'm trying to remember because like I have my methods now, like the copy paste intro message I use now, but back in the day we like.
Well, okay, I have so many
There's
questions.
layers to this, yeah.
Okay, so let's first start with
okay.
What were some of the old, you got to just be honest about it. What were some of the old, don't act like you were banned 7 times, bitch. You remember a couple of the things you said.
If you have a copy and paste now, you had a copy and paste then. What was the copy and paste then?
Copy and paste then would be like, gosh, I don't even think it was copy paste back then. It was just me trying to like riff off of like the number of times people talk about tacos or something, or like,
but enough for a girl to report you.
Right.
Did you say sexual things?
No. Nothing.
Did you say anything about their weight?
No.
Did you say anything about their looks?
No, probably not like that.
Not like that?
You're not getting kicked off of Hinge because you make fun of a girl eating taco.
I'm gonna have like an awkward pause trying to remember this because it would for sure be like riffing and roasting things about like the consistent things we've all seen before. At least last time we've been on the apps, like people loving travel or people like talking about their pets or saying that they love adventure kind of deal. And you know, an obvious one.
Did you fuck your dog?
No.
Or something like what?
There we go. Okay, so now I'm sort of
trying to go like you couldn't have said something generic about somebody's travel or their pet.
Right, but my guess is that let me use this specific one that I'm remembering. So someone would say, I love hiking, I love outdoor stuff. Okay, so a riff I would remember using briefly, which I have no idea was successful or not, if I actually pissed anybody off, but I would imagine someone would get offended, would maybe saying, isn't hiking just like a mildly aggressive walking uphill? And I'm saying that only thinking that all it would take would be one person to be like, that offends me. I'm reporting that in.
Really? Would that be offensive?
And the basis is not even offensive. It's does this make me feel uncomfortable?
Would they unfollow you? Would they unmatch you then?
No. This would I would assume that you can make the report before you even match. Right? Because for women's stack, it's like, it's usually stacks of guys who have already said, hey, I'd like to connect with you. So you're just going through, be like, do I decide myself to connect with this person? Or you have the option like, hey, I want to report this person for X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3 reasons.
Did you send dick pics?
No. I've never sent a dick pic in my life.
Never?
Yeah. Because I got into the age of the internet
7-8 times.
because my assumption is that when I tried to work around in the future, that basically they track, oh, it's the same guy. It's like the same phone number, or I'm using the same pictures.
But you used burner accounts.
Right.
You got burner
You got-
phones.
Yeah.
So means like, how did they still find out it was you?
This now gets into speculation about like I know how like video games, for example, detect cheating really efficiently. Like you only need a couple pixels and a certain way to assess the data to track, oh, is this person doing XYZ thing? So for full-on photos, like I was reusing photos. I was reusing videos that I used previously because it was still my intention. Like I'm still trying to be here authentically, intentionally. But it's not hard to say, oh, wait, this guy's face, this set apart eyes, it's him. Like we can detect that at some point. If they have that technology set up, but those companies are black boxes, so they're not going to explicitly talk about it. And there is an appeals process now, but Lord knows what convinces Hinge that you're like a normal person kind of deal. So when I was using Bumble, specifically right before I left for Hong Kong for vacation, essentially, several months ago, I was connecting with people as normal, just like talking to people like, hey, I'm visiting. I'd love to, if the intention was like, I'd love to go on a date with those people or whoever happens to link up with me. They're in Hong Kong, et cetera, like authentically intentional, et cetera, with the caveat that this is travel dating. So all the travails that connect with that. My understanding was that, and especially with my other previous travels, a lot of people use WhatsApp internationally, unless you're in China or in Korea, for example. So I would eventually ask at least two people like, hey, let's exchange WhatsApp information. And I guess my assumption is Bumble banned me because, oh, wait, user asked for WhatsApp contact information. That sounds sus. And then I wouldn't be surprised if someone that I asked, like, reported that and it's like, oh, he asked me for WhatsApp contact information. That makes me uncomfortable, or that sounds scammy. Report. Increase report, but yeah. But to me, I was genuinely like surprised at the time and not offended, but like, man, because this is how I would usually communicate with international people. Like that's
that is how international people communicate. Something doesn't totally add up to me. I don't know, Raz, does it add up to you?
0%.
Okay. Also, how casually you're just like, I use burner phones. Yeah.
I don't.
So what? I'm like, are you
I'm a
Asian?
technology guy, so like to me it's a cheap cost / the method, like to make new.
Yeah,
Google,
but how many?
like 2 or 3 at this point. Yeah, at most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, I'm looking at you. I'm analyzing.
Feel free to be sus.
I'm trying to figure it out. I hope you guys enjoyed that video and check out our next one. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel for more amazing dating, love, and relationship advice from me and so many expert guests. Follow us on socials. We're at Kinda Dating across the board. I'm Natasha Chandel, so you can find me too if you like. And join our newsletter on www.kindadating.com for lots of exclusives. See you soon.